Beautiful. Just gorgeous. I wish we had a little bit more of an open sky. That's all I would like. You know, the clouds, a little more blue would have been nice, but hey, it's beautiful out here. Do, 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 do. This is why I have to get like on a rowboat and just stand out there. Do, 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 do. Hey everybody, welcome back. We are here in beautiful Essex, Massachusetts, home of the birthplace of the fried whole belly clam. Now we visited a place right down the road here. We are in the Allyn Park, I believe is what this is called. But here in Essex, Massachusetts, and we just picked up our food from J.T. Farnham's, one of the local seafood restaurants. If you drive up and down the road here, you'll find any number of roadside clam shacks. We just decided to choose this one because it had a beautiful view right next door. We have the fried belly clam here. Belly clam is a different type of clam, believe it or not. Compared to what you traditionally think of when you think of a hard-shell clam. The whole belly fried clams are native to these tidal flats here, these beautiful mud flats. When the tide goes out, people go out there with rakes and shovels and they dig up clams. And these were probably just living in the mud this morning before someone pulled them out and shucked it. Very light breading. It's not over seasoned. You notice the sweetness of the clam meat. It's a completely different taste. There's an earthy, oceany quality to the clam belly that you don't get in just regular fried clam strips. I'm going to throw a pop-up up here describing exactly what the difference between soft shell clams and hard shell clams are.
You're gonna say I'm gonna throw up.
So we're not going to go. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Suffice to say, the soft shell clam, which we also eat not just fried but steamed here in New England, are called steamers when they're steamed, but they're just called fried belly clams when they're fried. A lot of people think of clams, they think of the hard shell or the quahog variety, but that's not what we're eating today.
The griffins are not joining us.
I love that though.
What we have here today is not clam strips, but clam bellies, which, in my opinion, have such a richer flavor. You definitely get a little bit of that brine from the sea. Very lightly fried, not greasy. We promise we just picked these up, so there's not even a wait time on this. The outer edge is like an onion ring. You get to the clam, meaty, with just this almost a little tanginess. The belly is, I feel like, if you're more of a die-hard clam person, this is what you're getting. The crush.
A lot of places serve onion rings as their side, a typical New England seafood shack side dish. And they're known for very thin slices and really crispy crust. So let's see how this one is. Even a little juicy, and it's not fatty. It's just that moisture from the onion. It hasn't been so overcooked that it just falls apart. So you get a nice concentrated onion flavor, and it's not too salty. I love it. Fried food. What can I say? You know I like fried food.
You see the steam off of this? Look at all of this smorgasbord of New England. New England by the sea in a cup of chowder. Paprika, creaminess. This chowder is a little bit thin for my liking. I think it's actually a little bit under-seasoned. The scallop here. That's a nice scallop. It's definitely lacking salt. Definitely would have wanted it creamier.
What? Is that a shrimp or a lobster? That's the question. You'll have to taste it to find out.
Looks like a shrimp. Yeah, look at that. It's a shrimp. That thing.
Yeah, looks like a shrimp.
Ooh.
That's not going on the thumbnail.
Oh God. Yeah, this is very underwhelming.
No, I'm not going to review this. There's nothing good about it. I don't like it. Haddock sandwich. It's a real New England classic. I don't know. When you think about classic Boston food, you know, okay, we have clam chowder, right? We have fried clams, we have lobster and lobster rolls. But not a lot of people talk about the simple haddock sandwich. And what we have here is an entire, what looks like an entire fillet. And if you're not familiar with haddock, it's in the same family as cod. It has a very dense white flesh. It's very flaky, very neutral flavor, but it's just got this nice cleanness. You get a little bit of seafood flavor, but it's not overwhelming. I'm gonna throw a little bit of this tartar sauce on and we're gonna take a big bite. Nice crispy toasted bun. Looks like it's been griddled with a little bit of butter. Mmm. It's got a very fresh taste to it because of the lettuce and tomato, which actually, you know, despite it being nearly December, actually had a pretty good flavor to that tomato. And the raw onion really helps round things out. The fish, just like I said earlier, mild, crisp, very fresh, not overwhelmingly fishy at all.
Crispy. Very nice. But the tartar sauce is really what's making it right now for both the fried clams and the fried haddock. You know, you get that relish within the tartar sauce. Now, I don't know what camp you're in. You know, you got your mayo-based lobster roll fans, you got your hot buttered lobster roll fans. For the most part, I would say definitely I'm on the mayo camp. Let's take a bite. That is one meaty lobster roll. And that perfectly crisp buttered roll. Lovely.
Not much to it, just lobster meat and mayo. Maybe a little bit of shredded lettuce at the bottom, and the classic toasted, buttered New England style roll. So let's give this a taste. The thing that I like about lobster rolls, it's the same lobster meat that you would get on any lobster, whether you get it boiled or steamed. You know, you're just cracking claws and you're taking the tail off and taking little pieces of meat out at a time. But when you eat a lobster roll, all of that's been done for you. So you're just gonna get a big mountain of lobster meat in every bite. That's what you like about a lobster roll. And this one is no exception. Simple, 3 ingredients. What's not to love? That tomato and the fish, the onion. These are my dad's favorites, you know.
Really?
He loves
Do they
fried
have
belly clams.
Is this not like a belly strip hybrid? I've been thinking that this whole time I've been eating this. It's like,
Oh, because you have the
seasonal?
muscle on the outside? No, these are just real fresh belly clams. You got little strips there, but then the belly, let's see if we can get a nice close-up of this. That's the belly.
this might be the most I've enjoyed it. Usually I have a couple of bites and I'm like full, but really enjoying the essence of the clams today. I'm getting some apple cider. That would go good with this.
Really?
I need some sugar.
I know there's a place up the road that might have some cider and cider donuts. What do you think?
I think that sounds like a brilliant idea. looks like The Office, that episode where they're like all waving at the detriment limit.
So this is the Allyn Cox Reservation, a nice little area of public land just outside of JT Farnham's where we picked up our lunch. So we're just here. There's a little bit of a crowd, but we're enjoying ourselves. Had a nice walk after our lunch, exploring this little park, and then we're gonna go and grab some cider donuts soon. See, the ground here is just a mix of pebbles and clamshells.
We couldn't leave Essex without a trip to Russell Orchard and Winery here in Ipswich, which is just about a 10-minute drive away. And we the ducks agree that it was time for some cider donuts. They are just focusing on the essence of the true apple taste, which are very mild, very cakey, pillowy in the middle. Yummy.
How's the background looking?
A little bit like a barnyard.
It's a barnyard. Yeah, that looks terrible. You gotta get over there. Get over there. That looks awful. Decided to end our meal with a freshly baked cider donut. Right? All right, let's try this again. It's actually fried. Hey everybody, we decided to finish our meal with a freshly fried cider donut here at the Russell Orchards and Winery in Ipswich, Massachusetts. So let's give it a taste. Super crispy on the outside, but it's not very greasy. And the donuts are so light that you could just devour one in a bite and you won't even feel it at all. Extremely dangerous. One of the things you look forward to in the autumn of New England is a freshly made cider donut. And this place is definitely making them fresh. I just watched them pouring the batter into the oil, and the donuts just float along in their little oil bath until they flip them out. And they put them right in a bag and hand it to you. So this is as fresh as it gets.
Well, thank you so much for checking it out today up in Cape Ann for some fried clams and haddock sandwich, lobster roll, all the seafood that you could possibly want, all with probably in a 2 to 5 mile radius up in Essex, Massachusetts. The top. How's everyone going? How's everyone doing? How is everyone?
Keep going.
How is there? Oh, I see what happened. How is everyone doing today?
Okay.
Forgive the low energy today. We're having fried oysters, except they're not oysters. We couldn't leave New England or Essex. We couldn't leave New England.
Keep going. Okay. I'll do a cider donut.
Cider donut.
There you go. Cider donuts.